here for you. So he was like, and he's always been like that. He lived by that. Like he told me I had warrants down there forever. I couldn't go. Everybody in the family would go when I wasn't in prison. And
Yeah.
I'd call him. I'd be like, look, can I slide through? And he's like, if you come down here, I'm arresting you.
He's like,
And
I'm
I'd be
doing
like,
it myself.
well, I'm not coming. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but that's just how he was. But he was like, if you need anything outside of the Florida state line, I'll be there for you. And he has. So, you know, going through all that, then I ended up catching another charge. And then they locked me up as a juvenile. I was supposed to do 6 months in a wilderness program. Well, I didn't know I was supposed to do 90 days in a wilderness program. And I ended up doing 18 months almost. You know what I mean? Like, because I got into a fight there and got sent out of there, got kicked out of that place. And then I went to like a maximum security juvenile facility, which is probably one of the roughest times I've ever did. And I did all this prison time. Like the juvenile facility was one of the roughest. And
why is that, Dex?
I mean, because the juvenile
how young
facility,
you were?
well, yeah, I mean, well, no. I mean, like the being away from home part, I mean, honestly, that ain't the hard part for me. You know what I mean? Because I've always been away from home. Like,
Away from home. Yeah.
you know, not being at home ain't nothing to me. Like, because I'm never in Alabama, never at home. You know what I mean? So, like, not being at home, I can deal with the prison time. That's what I was sad. Is like I can do so well. You know what I mean? Like now, but back then it was my first time, and whenever I got locked up, it was just rough. You know what I mean? It was a lot of guys from Jacksonville, Florida. There wasn't but like 10 white dudes in the whole program. You know what I mean? So like, we're getting our ass beat all the time, you know, fighting all the time. Like it's always something. And that's whenever, you know, you figure it out. You know, you can either be a prey or be a predator. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whenever you're behind the wall, you know. So you just got to completely change your whole mindset whenever you're locked up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get this side of me in prison. You know what I mean? Like, you get a completely different animal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well,
yeah.
Because it's survival, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in some really bad spots. Like, I've been where people's been raped, people's been murdered. Like, you know what I mean? Like, saw dozens of stabbings, been in stabbings. You know what I mean? Been stabbed myself. You know what I mean? 3 different times. You know what I mean? Been beat in the face with a weight, got murdered. You know that this last time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, but yeah, just to survive, you got to mentally just change who you are. As soon as you walk through the door.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for so long. And then whenever you get out, now you can't be that person because you go back to jail. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Now, if you react like you've been reacting all these years, you know, now you're getting another assault charge, you're going back to jail. So now it's just like the point of trying to change the way I think, the way I conduct myself, the way I react to problems. Thank you. Yeah, like I'm at the girls' Oxford house right now.
Oh, okay.
but yeah, like, you know, they all know I ain't on no, like, I'm not on no bullshit. Like, I don't got no time for it. If you're not clean and sober, like, miss me with it. Don't even talk to me. Like, I'll be here if you need somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? But like, don't ask me if I want to go kick it and go, you know, get into something, because no, I don't even want to go nowhere with you. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Because I'm not putting myself in that situation right now. I'm too fresh out. Like, but yeah. So going back to the juvenile thing, it was really rough. So, but my uncle come and saw me every week. You know what I mean? Like, he would be in there. But so this is crazy about the place too, because this is how bad it was. The staff would really abuse it and beat you up. Like, they broke kids' arms, broke their, like, it was really abuse. So my uncle come and tried to see me one time, I think it was, and he couldn't see me at the time because the staff just like beat me up real bad. And these are grown men in the Army and Air Force. That's who all worked there. It was all military guys. And they would just come in there and take all their frustration out on us. You know what I mean? We're 16, 17 years old. We're like, you know, the hell with you. You know what I mean? Like, and we're making you beat us up. You know what I mean? And they are like beating us up like grown men. And when my uncle come that one time, they put my hands behind my back and like ran me through a door that had these magnets and like just really messed my face up. And my uncle couldn't see me or something. It was some type of situation like that. Or he did get to see me finally, because he wasn't going to be like, oh, you're not going to let me see my nephew. You know what I mean? Right. So whenever he did finally see me, and I finally got to explain to him what was really happening here, you know what I mean? Yeah. He had some pull in Florida, you know, because he's in law enforcement. So he actually got an investigation. Like he almost got that place shut down. Like it was bad. You know what I mean? Well, the dude that ran it, the like the warden, I guess you would say, uh, yeah, he was coming under investigation for all these child charges. So he blew his brains out, like he killed himself. You know what I mean? So he didn't have to go face all it. He just didn't go to prison. And like it was just a crazy time. So eventually, I finally got out of there when I turned 18, and they couldn't keep me no more. You know what I mean? So my uncle gave me a chance. He gave me the trailer right beside his house. Like this is the part I regret the most in my life. Like one of them anyway. Like I had it all. Like it was just a half a mile from the beach. I had my own little trailer. Like man, I'm 18 years old, fresh out, and I was working. Like, and my uncle told me, he was like, "Look, man, don't be getting high. Don't throw no crazy parties over here. Just do right, and I'll be here, and I got you." And what do I do? The very first week he's gone, I throw the killerest party ever. Got like 200 people there. And the neighbors ratted me out. Well, like I had like these 10 girls in the yard for 2 days, picking up cigarette butts, like, picking up all the trash, all the beer cans. And I tried to hide it from him, but he called me, of course. He called me every time I did anything. But but me and him was still on good terms, you know what I mean? And we never really been on bad terms, like honestly. And I mean, that's saying a lot on his part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so after all that, I was dating this chick, and it just wasn't working out. I was ready to go home. Like I miss home. I was ready to go back to Alabama. And I remember I got my truck. My dad gave me this brand, like my papa's truck, like it was one of the nicest vehicles today I've still had. He still throws it in my face. He's like, gave me papa's truck. But I had that. It was a really nice F-150, like King Cavalier. It was just really nice, you know what I mean? And so I had that, but I was just homesick. I was ready to go home. And whenever I went home, I won't never forget the trip. Like I drank beer the whole way, and I listened to Sweet Home Alabama, like just jamming. You know what I mean? Windows down, like I'm going home. And it's been so long since I've seen all my family, my friends. So I will never forget it. I pull up at my mom's house, and I get out like I'm stumbling, beer cans is falling out, like I'm home.
Like welcome me.
Yeah, she's just like she's excited because I'm back, though. You know what I mean? She is, because it's been so long. So she's always tried, like in the later years, for like our relationship now is like way better than it's ever been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back then, it was just rough on both of us. We've both made a lot of mistakes. But anyway, so I'm living in Alabama, and this is like when it got the worst. I feel like I was selling cocaine. I've always like, this is the thing about me, and this is it's just a fact. If I'm getting high, I'm not broke. Never. Like if I'm getting high, I'm not gonna be broke long. Like because I've always like just hustled, and I believe in this, like The Secret, and I watch all these videos because I truly believe this because of this reason. Like I believe if you put energy out in the universe, you're gonna get stuff back. So if you put positive energy out there and you're trying to do the right thing, you're gonna get good stuff back. With me, I was always putting out energy where I was trying to find the best drug dealer for the lowest price that would front me something. You know what I mean? Period. Mm-hmm. That's all my energy went to every day, all day. And whoever can help me make the most money the fastest, that's what I'm trying to do. So I can blow it all on women, and you know what I mean, and nothing else. You know what I mean? Like have all this money and I had nothing to show for it. But so I was selling cocaine, and I will never forget. Like that wasn't really the bad. It didn't really get that bad then. But then I went to his house one night, and he was like, "Man, I ain't got no coke, but I got something new, and it'll be here around 12 o'clock." And it was like 10:30, and I was trying to hook up with the girl that lived there anyway. So I was like, "I'll just hang out." And so I'm hanging out with her, and then I will never forget, man, it was my one of my step cousins, Madman, a buddy of mine. I ain't gonna say his name, but he passed away now, overdose. But anyway, Matt, and somebody else walks through the door, and I'm like, well, whatever they was waiting on's here. You know what I mean? Because it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I walk in there, and it's a pound of meth. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn. So he was like, look, I'll just give you this. So he started giving me, ice up front. And that's like, whenever you're not used to doing meth, when you first start, like it just completely takes a hold of you. You know what I mean? Especially at 18. So I just lost my mind, like I'm just running nonstop, like for 6 months. I won't never forget it. Like just never stopping. I don't even think I ate in 6 months. Like, it's just like, I don't remember doing anything but running and gunning just all the time. And doing a whole bunch of nothing. You know what I mean? Like just not getting nothing really accomplished, but just staying with money in my pocket and the most never run out of dope. That was the goal. You know what I mean? Not run out of dope, not run out of money. Well, whenever I showed up at my mom's house, I was coming back from Birmingham one night and I picked up a couple ounces of dope or something. And I will never forget, this is when I knew I needed to go somewhere and like lay down, because like my hands seized up around my steering wheel. I couldn't get my hands off my steering wheel in the truck. And whenever I pulled back up at the river where I was staying at, like I had to blow the horn with my head. I won't ever forget it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like some Dumb and Dumber movie or something. Like seriously, like